सुप्रभातं नमो गुरुभ्यः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां गुण्यां करोम्यहं पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदीम्. This is an introduction on the tradition of Sanskrit grammar. These are the topics: etymology, history, ancient teachers, Ashtadhyayi, Sutra Lakshanam, Trimuni Vyakaranam, learning of Ashtadhyayi, and then Lakhu Siddhanta Kaumudi. First of all, let us see the etymology of the term Vyakaranam. It is thus: Vyakriyante Vyutpadyante Sadhu Shabdaha Anena iti Vyakaranam. Sadhu Shabdaha, correct words, Vyakriyante Vyutpadyante, are derived Anena, through which, iti Vyakaranam, that is Vyakaranam, through which correct words are derived, that is named as Vyakaranam. When we think about the history of Sanskrit grammar, it had its origin in the Vedic age itself. As you all know, there are 4 Vedas: Rigvedaha, Yajurvedaha, Samavedaha, and Atharvavedaha. There are 6 knowledge systems treated as auxiliary disciplines which help in the thorough study of these Vedas. They are named as Vedangani, and they are Shiksha, Kalpaha, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Jyotisham, Chandaha. Among these, Vyakaranam has an important place. So, Sanskrit grammar has a long tradition and long history. When we think about ancient teachers and their works in Sanskrit, we lost many ancient texts. There are only mentions in later texts about their names, and we do not know much about them. The only text we have with us is Ashtadhyayi, and it is written by Panini. The upper limit of his date is 500 BCE. We do not know much about his life. The text Ashtadhyayi is very famous in the field of grammar. Even some Western scholars wonder the structure of and construction of this text, and many tried to study this text thoroughly, and it has a unique structure and it has wonderful features. It is a rare text in the field of grammar. Even if we consider the world grammar itself. Then about Ashtadhyayi, it has 8 chapters. Ashta means 8, Adhyayaha means chapter. So it got its name to mean the work which contains 8 chapters. It is written in sutra style. The sutra style is a unique technique developed in Sanskrit, and in olden days the scholars have to memorize a vast amount of data regarding their field of study. So they invented this sutra style. When we convert this data into sutras, we can abbreviate the portions, and we can even condense long passages into a few syllables. In Ashtadhyayi, there are around 4,000 sutras. The whole grammar of Sanskrit language is included in these 4,000 sutras. They even says about some dialectical changes, dialectical differences also, and it is a very comprehensive text, but it is very small. When we consider it as a book, it is very small. When we think about the sutra style, we have to know what a sutra is. So there is a definition of the sutra, Sutra Lakshanam. The definition of the sutra is thus: Alpaksharam asantiktham saravat vishvato mukham astobhamanavadyam cha sutram sutravido viduhu. Padachetaha Alpaksharam asantiktham saravat vishvato mukham astobham anavadyam cha sutram sutravidah viduhu. Let us see the meaning. Sutravidah, those who knows sutra, explain the style or the features of the sutra. Thus, Alpaksharam, it is of a few syllables. It has only a few syllables or letters. Asandiktham, unambiguous. Saravat, significant. Vishvato mukham, with multiple applicability. Astobham, free from interjections or fillers. Anavadyam, and it is not defective. So these are the features of a sutra. Almost all knowledge systems has their own sutras, such as Nyaya Sutram, Vaisheshika Sutram, Vedanta Sutram, etc. And now let us see the Ashtadhyayi Sutras, the sutras in Ashtadhyayi. These are examples. Vriddhirateij adeng gunaha iko guna vriddhi. So these are the sutras. Even though they contain a few syllables, they include very vast rules in them. So for an ordinary learner, it is very difficult to understand a sutra without an explanation. So later on, some commentaries are written on Ashtadhyayi, and they are Vartikam, written by Vararuchi or Katyayanaha, and then Mahabhashyam written by Patanjali. So with the help of these commentaries, we can learn sutras thoroughly. So these three texts are treated together and they are named as Trimuni Vyakaranam. Muni means sage. Trimuni Vyakaranam means the grammar of the three sages. So this is the tradition of Sanskrit grammar. We lost all the texts and all such commentaries before Panini. We only have this tradition of grammar. Although Vartika and Mahabhashya explain the sutras very thoroughly, for an ordinary learner, it is very difficult to understand. These Vartikam and Mahabhashyam are very proud texts and it is understandable for only an advanced learner. So later on, some Vritti Granthas, the texts which explain simple meaning of the sutras with examples, originated. So as a result, two traditions originated in the learning of Ashtadhyayi, and they are Kashika Parampara and Kaumudi Parampara. Kashika Parampara follows the text Kashika Vritti written by Vamana and Jayaditya. Kaumudi Parampara follows the text written by Bhattoji Dikshita, and the name of the text is Vaiyakarana Siddhanta Kaumudi. In Kashika Parampara, it is written in the same order of Ashtadhyayi. The sutras are enumerated in the same order. In Kaumudi Parampara, the author shuffled the sutras in order to get a clear picture, and it is written in a progressive order. It starts with with portions which are very easy to understand, and then move towards the difficult topics. These are the main texts that come under Kaumudi Parampara. The important text and the main text is Vaiyakarana Siddhanta Kaumudi, and the author is Bhattoji Dikshita, and it explains all the sutras. It has 3983 sutras explained. Varadaraja, the disciple of Bhattoji Dikshita, wrote Madhya Siddhanta Kaumudi, and it includes only 2315 sutras, and then Lakhu Siddhanta Kaumudi, and it has only 1276 sutras. Now Sara Siddhanta Kaumudi, and it has only 723 sutras. So these are abridged versions of Vaiyakarana Siddhanta Kaumudi, and the text we have to study is Lakhu Siddhanta Kaumudi. Let us know more about that. Lakhu Siddhanta Kaumudi, and it has 60 chapters in it. Each chapter is named as Prakaranam. So there is Shashtihi Prakaranani. For example, the first Prakarana is named as Satnya Prakaranam. So this is some general data about Lakhu Siddhanta Kaumudi. So this is all I have to say about the tradition of Sanskrit grammar. Dhanyawadaha.